obviously better when you win those games, but yeah, you'd like to get a little more time to sleep in, but your body, it's tough to get past 9, 10 o'clock. So get on the plane, get in there, and get some rest at the hotel, and good meals, and the trainers will be there to help us out. So everybody will be on the same page, trying to get their bodies ready. And we have a long day tomorrow, so by tomorrow night's game, we should be fine.
Do the late starts bother you guys?
It's different. I'll be honest. For me, I like the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock games in the afternoon. You get up and just go. But this is, you're used to games in the evenings your whole career. 8:30, 8:45. It's the first time I've done those, and it's just more thinking, which makes the day longer. But it's the same for everybody. So really, grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter.
Is it harder between periods and overtime as the night goes on? That's when your body might start to kind of let down. You got to kind of keep yourself focused and find that energy.
Yeah, I think you just it's amazing what you just kind of get into autopilot and just start going, and it's such a big important game. You don't really think about it. We come in after the second overtime and didn't feel too bad, and then we go out and score a minute later. When you come in, you feel like you're exhausted. It's just because you can let down now, and that's when the body kind of kicks in that it's over, and that's when you get tired. But I think your mind just is so focused, you don't really realize what's going on.
Richie, winning the fourth game in the series is usually the toughest. What have you learned about what it takes to close out teams?
Always the hardest game is to close out a team. And I think it's harder when you're up 3-1 too, because human nature is always to say you've got another chance. They don't. So you always talk about trying to match that desperation. But that's a lot harder said than done, because the reality is they don't win, they're out, but we do have more chances. So we're going to have to try our best to manufacture a way to have that in our head, that we need to you never want to give another team another chance, and we have a chance to close it out. So you know how hockey is. When someone gets life and they start going, you never know what can happen. So it's every day is the same. It's the biggest game of the year, and it's going to be the toughest test of the year. As tough as last night was to win, it's going to be probably a lot tougher tomorrow to win, especially in their building.
You've been in some long playoff runs before. What have you learned about the Blackhawks' kind of postseason resolve, especially when you get a game like last night? I mean, is there something intangible there about this team that you see from the inside?
Yeah, I mean, any team, if you want to win in the playoffs, you always look back at the intangibles and things that make you get on a run. But this team's done it now for 5 or 6 years, so that there is calmness, there is there is the ability to rely on situations and in the past, and build off of that. So I think the experience in this room with the amount of games played in the playoffs, I don't know if there's anybody in the league that has that amount of experience. So you can rely on that, but at the same time, I know that Nashville's not too worried about our experience when the puck drops. They're coming at us as hard as they can. Tomorrow night will be even harder. They're not worried about experience. So it's always nice to have that. I don't know. It's a lot easier when you probably in July to look back and talk about what experience did. But when you're in it, it's both teams are so evenly matched right now. Everybody's playing so hard. It's probably one of the fastest games for 5-6 periods that I've ever played. The pace was unbelievable. So you just play, and like I said, I don't think they're worried about our experience.
How did you feel like your mind was, the dynamic changed when Bickle was added?
Yeah, I think Steger's a great player too. It's tough to sit here and say anything. Yeah.
I guess what element does he add?
Well, obviously it's a different style player. Bick's is straightforward. He went to the net. He was really good on the forecheck and created turnovers, and it just seemed like Kaner and I got the puck a lot more when he was out there for whatever reason, and maybe just the way the game was going. But we had a lot of looks after Bick's played with us, and all three of us felt really good out there, and I think we had a couple chances before that to end it, and then he's got that big body in front of the net that draws things and draws the screen that we score the goal. So I don't know what will happen. Obviously today we just got here, so. But for whatever reason, I think it helped. Me and Kaner played or got more chances after that happened. So, see what coach wants to do.
How you seen Kane's game kind of progress over these 4 games back?
I think last night having the puck, probably both of us had it a lot more, which is good. I think sometimes you get back from those long layoffs like him, and first game's probably the easiest, and then you kind of have up and down after that because you settle back into the flow of things. But you can see that he's starting to. Obviously, anybody would be a little apprehensive coming off a shoulder like that, getting hit, getting into traffic, and you can see now he's starting to do that a lot more, and he's a lot, obviously a lot more dangerous when he starts doing that because he draws 2 or 3 guys at him and opens up the rest of the ice. So you can see it slowly getting better and better every game.